Okay, it's the 26th of November. It's a Tuesday. Yeah, we're going to get to the charts in a bit to do our analysis for the NY session as usual. Just check the sound. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. Okay. All right. 1 second. Yeah, we're good. Okay, this is the daily chart. So, um, I think I think for the first time in a very, very, very long time, probably the first time ever, yesterday price did 1,000 pip move in a single day, over $100 move in a single day, right? That's 1,064.60 pips in a single day. That's $106 movement in a single day. I don't think that's ever happened before. The last time we got close, recently, as far as recently where we got close was this candle right here. That's a 970 pip move. That's a $97 move, right? But yesterday was over $100 move in a single day. And where did that move happen? Exactly where the previous one happened, right? Because that's daily supply is right there. You have a rally, a base, and a drop. We spoke about this yesterday. We spoke about this even on Friday. And we have weekly resistance at 2715. So price did reach that level. You can see there's support there. There's daily support there. That's a weekly resistance level 2715, and price has came there, closed right at that. The next candle just pushed down, straight down, over 1,000 pips. Okay, we are very bearish at the moment. We should be heading down. This is the next daily demand level, right around 2573. 2573, 2572 is the next daily demand level. So we do have another 600 pips, 575, 600 pips to go to get there. But before we get there, we have 2600, which is a psychological round number. We got to get through this. Then we have weekly support at 2586. We got to get through that to get to this demand level. This drop, two basin candles and a rally, right? That's a daily demand level, but that's on the high time frame. On the high time frame, we are pushing down. Yeah, but during the session, the first 2 hours of the session, we could have a move going up or going down, right? That depends on what the 4-hour candles are doing. Okay, that depends on where the 4-hour zones are. Right, so we've got about 30 minutes to the New York Open. We're going to do our analysis as usual. Let's get to our trading chart. Before we do, I want to do a recap. I always do a recap of what happened the previous day. So I was expecting price to come here to 2701, 2700, 2701 to take a sell trade. It didn't. It created resistance on the 1 hour, right? Pre-NY created resistance, and the next candle wicked up and just crashed, right? Continued to crash. I didn't anticipate a further move down during the New York session, but it moved another 800 pips in the New York session, because in the Asian session we moved 600, over 600, about 630 pips, and then the NY session I wasn't anticipating a big move like this, but it did move over 800 pips in a single session. That's a lot of volume. So there was 1 hour resistance created, and once the resistance was created, 15 minute, that was the, just get to that candle, right? This is two highs are taken out. This candle took out this candle took out this side. This candle took out this side, and that's how I draw the fib. I draw it on the um, from the candle that took out the last high, from that to the highest high. That's the highest high in that range, and I was waiting for an entry here at 2683, but it just didn't come there. Right? It just fell short by about 13 pips. It didn't get there. I was looking for take a trade there with stop loss above there, about 50 pips, about a 50 pip stop loss, anticipating a move down. It didn't get there. It just crashed, went without me. But then I waited, and once we closed below this demand level here, once this candle closed below the demand level, we had weekly support there. The next area of liquidity is this light green area, which I already had drawn on the chart yesterday. So that's I was anticipating price to get there, but I needed to see supply form, right? And we did have supply. So this candle closed below this level, below this demand level. Then we had a bull candle, and then we had another bear candle. And once we had that, then you have supply there. You have on supply on the M15 time frame. You have a drop, a single basin candle, and a drop, right? A drop based drop. So that's where I was looking to take a trade, and I got in somewhere a little deeper. I think somewhere here, and then price. I got about I think about 70, 80 pips there to this zone here. About 80 pips. I think I took about 80 pips to this light green area, right? And that was it. But that was a massive move, and unfortunately, price didn't come to my entry 2683 to push down. Okay, let's get rid of all of these and let's do analysis again for the New York session. Okay, all right. So smooth these labels here, smooth that there. Okay, I'm just going to leave this here. I'm not going to delete that. This was drawn yesterday. I'm not going to delete that area, those zones. But price is not going to get there today. That's 600 and about 650 pips away. We're not going to go there. We are very bearish. I think we're going to come probably to this area and then probably push back again in the NY session. But let's draw our zones and let's see what opportunities we might have for today. Okay, so we have a rally, some sort of a base, pretty ugly base there, and then a rally there, right? So let's just draw those zones there, just draw that area, mark that area out. Okay, yeah. So that's on 540, close 543, open 544. 528. Okay, so that's the closest H4 demand level. That's a rally, and then, or you can consider that as a base as well. This is the drop, that's a base, and that's a rally. Yeah. So let's just extend this. Close 546. Yeah. Okay, that's better. 546. Okay, that's a drop, three basin candles, and a rally. Now let's look further down. That's a reaction to this. We have broken below that demand level. That's a rally, two basin candles and a rally, and price is broken below it. So the next level is here. That's the next level right there. Yeah. Just take a little closer look at that area. Yeah. Yeah. 108 and 042. Okay. And that is 400 pips away, so that's fine. I think we're good. Okay. So we've got demand here, we've got demand here. Let's move this aside. That's the closest zone. Let's take a look at this zone on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, okay. Okay, so in terms of supply, we've got supply right here. That's an obvious one. That's a drop, a base, and a drop. Okay, drop, base, drop. That's the basing candle right there. So this high is 879, open 708. 879, 708. Okay, and that is 340 pips away. I don't think we're going to get there, but let's just extend this right anyway. To the right, we drew this yesterday. Let's extend this as well. That's a liquidity candle inside that high liquidity zone. Okay, done. Now, when price makes big moves like this, it doesn't have time to create supply zones on the 4-hour time frame, but it does create supply zones on the smaller time frame. So we do have to pay attention to those on days where price moves very quickly like this. When you have a lot of volume, it doesn't have time to create a 4-hour zone or even a 1-hour zone, right? So we have to go down to smaller time frames and look for an area of supply between this 350 pip range, right? There should be some supply somewhere here. It's just that it's not visible on the high time frame. And that's only on days when you have massive moves like this. Okay, or when you have clean, huge clean candles like this. Look at that candle. That's a 1-hour candle. That candle is a 450 pip candle, just one candle. Yeah, so there's a zone right here on the 1 hour. Let's just go down to the 30-minute, maybe. Might look cleaner. Yeah, so we have a zone right there. So that high is 673 and this close is 696. 673, 6.96. Okay, that's a drop. That's a big drop there that happened yesterday in the NY session. Drop. Then we paused, right? And then a drop again. So two candles, pause, two candles. You can see the push up on both these candles. Both these candles have bigger wicks than body, right? See, you should be able to see the difference between this candle, and this candle, and then these two candles, right? Both these candles, the leg in and the leg out, both have more body than wick. But these two candles in the base have more wick, more collective wick, right? Top and bottom, than it has body, right? So that's the base. And price did come tap that area, and that confirms that it's supply because it comes back, taps it. It couldn't go above. That's a failure to go back up into that zone and break that high, right? And price usually comes back into those areas, right? When you have a single failure, price comes back into this area to grab liquidity and continue down. So we're going to keep an eye on this area. So this area is it's 100, it's about a 97, 98 pip area. We've come in about 24 pips, which is great. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna, so that's 30 minutes supply. All right, gonna mark that. Let's put that here. This is M30 supply. Now usually we don't look for supply zones on M30 or on M30 time frame or on H1 time frame. I only mark H4 supply and H4 demand. But as I said, the reason for this is on days that you have massive candles like this. Look at this 30-minute candle. That's a 380. It's almost a 390 pip candle, single candle, right? So on days that you have huge moves like this, price does not have the time to create a base or to create a supply zone or a demand zone on the higher time frames. It creates it on the lower time frames, right? Keep that in mind. Okay, so that's M30 supply there. Then we have H4 demand right here again. It's perfect. Okay, and we got H4 demand here. Okay. Let's just save this. Okay. Now let's see which ones are high liquidity zones and which ones are not. So a high liquidity zone, if you watch my streams, the high liquidity zone basically is a supply zone. For example, high liquidity supply zone is a supply zone that's taken out a previous demand zone. And high liquidity demand zone is a demand zone that's taken out a previous supply zone, right? That's all it is. It's not rocket science. It's pretty simple. So we're going to check if this is a high liquidity zone or not. Let's go down to it doesn't, obviously we can't see that on the 4-hour time frame because of the clean drop here. So let's go down a time frame. So we do have supply here, a rally, a base, and then a drop, and this move has taken out these highs, right? So yes, that is a high liquidity zone. If you go down to the 30-minute time frame, it's more obvious, but we don't need to do that. I don't do that for identifying high liquidity zones. You don't need to go down to the lower time frames. So just on the 1 hour, it's very obvious that's a rally, 3 basin candles or 4 basin candles and a drop, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 basin candles and then the drop. And this move up that started here took out these highs, took out that supply zone, right? You can see that this candle, the move up took that out. So that's a high liquidity zone. Now down here, is this a high liquidity zone? That one is. Let's go down to the 4-hour. Yes, this one is because this took out this zone, right? So if you go down to the 1-hour time frame, we'd see that there was demand right here, and this move down took out that demand, right? So this move, this break here, retest, and this move down, this single move down from here all the way here, took out this demand, this 1-hour demand zone on the left, right? So that is a high liquidity zone. Perfect. And this too is a high liquidity zone because this zone took out this demand here and also this demand areas on the left. And even if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, it's pretty obvious because that big move took out all of this demand. You had a rally, 3 basin candles and a rally, right? 2 candles that moved out of the zone. So that's the base. That would have been the base right there. That would have been the demand zone, 125, 126 pick demand zone. That was taken out by this. And there was also, not that. That was taken out by this. So this candle did take out this demand. So that too is a high liquidity zone. Okay, that's it. And then we have one here on the left. This one here, we got to check if that's a high liquidity zone or not. And yes, so this move, yeah, this move did take out. Did it take out? Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Yeah. So there was supply right here, rally, 3 basin candles here, and a drop. Just zoom in here. A rally, 3 basin candles, 1, 2, 3, and the drop, and this demand took out that, right? This high is 729 and this high is 723, so we broke that. So this too is a high liquidity zone. Okay, perfect. So we marked our zones, we know where to sell, we know where to buy. Now let's just clean this up a little bit. Okay. Now we're very bearish. So if price comes to this zone here, which is a high liquidity M30 supply zone, where can that zone is a 95 pip zone. It's a fairly large zone. Where can price come to stop and react? We're going to look for a high liquidity candle now, right? So let's go down to the 30-minute time frame. So both these candles are similar size. It's 130 pip candle. That's 117. So that one right there. Let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. So that candle right there, 133 pips. We'll have to go down probably to the 5-minute time frame for this. 90 pips, 88, 70. It's this one right here, 90 pips, 92 pips. This candle right here, that high. Let's mark that out. 509, 509, 598. 509, 598. Let's go down to the 1-minute time frame. That's a 39 pip candle right there. Yeah, this candle right here, probably. And then 58 pips. Yeah, it's still this candle. Okay. So this is exactly the area we did tap into previously as well, right? We tapped into this light red area. You can see price tapped into it and then dropped straight down yesterday, 300 pips, right? So let's see if we can get a similar reaction today from that light red area. So if that's the candle, if that's the liquidity area, that's a 90 pip area. We've come just 34 pips into it. So we're not even at the 50% mark. So we could get a reaction right there again, right? That I would be interested in taking a trade there. Let's go down again to the 5-minute time frame and look for a zone. Yeah, right here. So this close, this open 835.35. Okay, so 2638.35, that's an interesting area. There is also this 3651. Remember, we're very bearish today. We are very bearish at the moment. Sorry, not today, but we're very bearish at the moment. Currently, price is very bearish. That area there, and yeah, that's about it, I think. And also that rally, 4 basin candles, and then 2 1-minute candles coming down. I prefer that to this. Okay, so this close is 177, this is 173. Okay, so we're going to pay attention to these areas: 2636.5, 2638.35, 2641.7 or point 0.5. Okay, doesn't matter, 2641.5. You can just take round numbers for all of these: 2636.5, 2638.5, and 2641.5. These are the areas that we're going to pay attention to. If price gets into that, we are not too far from there. We're about 50 pips away. Perfect. We've got about 9 minutes to the NY open, and we are now, if price does come down, let's also look at uh, the chance of the off chance where price does come down, or if you do get a trade here, then where would our TP be? Our TP would be where there would be an opportunity to buy again, right? That's where our TP would be, a final TP would be. So this is a high liquidity zone because we did take out, as I explained, we took out this supply level here. So this candle is a 144 pip candle. It's a 159 pip candle. So that candle is bigger. Let's mark that candle out. 461,870. Let's go down to the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, it's still 150 pip candle. 382. Let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. Still the same. Let's probably go down to the 5-minute again. Yeah, it's still the same. That's the high. Okay, so we got to keep this in mind. That's an area of liquidity, that light green area right there. That's 140, 150 pip area. If you do get sells here, anywhere here, it's about 125 pip drop to that area, right? So if you do get in here, sells, and price does push down, we got to close partials here. Got to keep that in mind. This is an area of buying liquidity for price to push back up. Okay. Yes, prices come deep into this level, but still, we could hold price, we could range here. So you got to be careful. We got to close partials here, right? So from here to here is about 125 pips, and then if you get higher and entry higher, that's about 145 pips, and if you get an entry there, that's about 185 pips. Okay. Yeah, so that's the analysis. Pretty straightforward. That's the area that I'm looking to sell from because we're very bearish. If we break this area, then the next area of liquidity is here. All right, and that's a good 250 pips away. Let's just mark out that as well. Let's just save this. Just mark this out area as well. Okay. On the 15 minute, that's the largest candle right there. That's a 193 pip candle. Let's go down to the 5 minute. Okay. On the 5 minute, I have a 60 pip candle here, 57 pip candle, and a 74 pip candle. So this candle right here. This candle right here. 454706. 7.06. Okay. Right. So that's an area. That's exactly where weekly resistance is as well, 2674. So if you do get there, perfect. We got weekly resistance there. We got a H4 supply zone. It's a high liquidity zone, and we got a high liquidity candle right here. Right, everything lines up. Even here, it's a pretty decent area. That's an M30 supply zone. We're very bearish. We got the EMA right here, the slow EMA. This was the fast one. That's the slow one. We've got that right there. So if you do come there, that's a high liquidity zone, and these are smaller time frame supply levels inside that light red area, the pink area, right? So we're looking to take a sell trade from this area. I'm looking to take a sell trade from that area. Okay, so now we wait. We got about 4 minutes to the NY Open. I'm going to keep an eye on a new one, the new one support or resistance when it creates the new one support or resistance, right? So this 1 hour candle is going to close in 2 minutes, so we should form resistance right here. Okay, and that's a good sign. That's a good sign. If we form resistance right at this weekly resistance area 2633, that area is right here. That's 2633. We're forming H1 resistance right at that level. So yeah, that's a very good sign. And this one's taken out this high. This one's taken out this high. Let's look at the 5 minute time frame. We're ranging. There's no volume right now. Yeah, it's nothing. We should come up and break this high. There's nothing here. There's no top wick on these M5 candles. So we should pop up, break these highs. If we do break these highs, let's see what happens. If price gets to our light red area, if it does break it, it could. These highs should easily be broken. These two highs here should easily be broken. And then once it breaks them, we're going to wait to see if price comes into this area and then look for a trade, right? So what I want to see is I would like to see price touch this area, because we haven't touched it since it created it, then touched it, and then dropped. We haven't touched this area, this light red area yet since then, since yesterday. So I want to see price, so it's a fresh area, fresh level of supply. I want to see price try to touch it, and then a M15 candle close in my direction to take a sell trade. And to come somewhere here, this would be an area I would take partial TPs at, right here, 2624, 2624, yeah, 2624, and then maybe here. Yeah, 2616, 2616, 2624, and 2616. Yeah, that'll be my second TP if I do get a sell here. All right, so we're going to wait. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So this is the NY open. Yeah. This is the NY open right now. Yeah, that's the NY open. So I'm expecting price to break this high here to push up and just break this high 2633, and then let's see what happens after that. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. Price has here we go. Here we come. Price is coming. Should easily break those highs. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to take a trade here. I'm just going to wait to see where this 15-minute candle closes. I'm going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. In terms of news, today there's nothing. So that's the news calendar. I said this yesterday as well. This is a short week. We've got just 3 days of trading this week. Thursday is a holiday. It's Thanksgiving. And then Friday is Thanksgiving weekend. So it's not advisable to trade the New York session on these 2 days, but you never know. You might have volume, but I won't be trading these 2 days. I will not be doing the live stream either on these 2 days. I'll be back again on Monday, which is next week, which is Monday. That is the NFP week, right? The first week of December. We're approaching the end of the year. That's the first week of December. That's the NFP week. So we should have fairly decent volume that week. Let's just go back. Yeah. So when the new 4-hour candle opens, there is this news, but that's a long time from now, right? So okay, we did pop up, perfect. We broke those highs. As I said, we broke those highs. We did pop up. We're just almost at that red area there. Let's just see if we touched it already. It's 130 pips, no. $92. Yeah, we should come in. We should come and touch the light red area. But we're there. We're right at that, which is what was anticipated. Yeah, this was anticipated. We're coming there. Perfect. So let this 15-minute candle close. Okay, just don't do anything. Okay, we touched it now. Perfect. We are pushing up. This was anticipated, and that's the reason we do our prep work and we draw these. That's the reason I do my prep work and I draw these zones, because I want to wait for price to come to me, and then I want to see a candle close in my direction to take a trade. That's the purpose of coming to the charts 30 minutes prior to the session open, so that I can do my analysis and be prepared. And these moves, sudden moves, don't really, catch me off guard. Yeah. So now we wait for this 15-minute candle to close. We've got about 11 minutes left for this candle to close. We're going to wait. I'll be back in a few minutes. It's plenty of time. Let's just be patient and wait. We have tapped 2636.5, 2638.35. Yeah, we've almost tapped this level as well. Perfect. Yeah. Just wait. Just wait. We might also, it's possible that price closes above this zone, taps 2650 and then closes back in. That is why it's important to wait for a candle to close in your direction, and don't just take a pending order here. If you can take a pending order here, put your stop loss above this. That's possible too, but I would like confirmation to come down. So it's, let these candles, this candle is very bullish right now, so let it go, let it go, let it do, let the candle do what it wants to do. Wait for the candle to close, wait for an M15 bear candle, a bearish engulfing candle, or a pin bar, a bearish pin bar, to close in your direction to take the trade to come down, to come here, right? This is first TP, and then around this area is second TP, right? And then once we break this light green area, we're heading straight down. There's nothing to stop price until we get here. That's another 175 pip drop to this area, right? So it's a big move. If we go through this area, then it's a very big move all the way down. So we just have to be patient and wait. We got about 9 minutes for this candle to close. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so we tapped into that area. We've gone above this. Let's get rid of that line. Okay, so we're waiting for this candle to close. Let's take a look at this area again, the 5-minute time frame. Let's see if it's. Yeah, this area might not hold, might break. Okay, that's why we're waiting. We might continue to push up. Doesn't look like those candles are going to hold price down. So that's why it's so important to wait for a candle to close in your direction and not just jump in on sells. Um, yeah. No top wick, no top wick, no top wick, no top wick. Okay, so let's just wait. We are pushing up. We're still pushing up. Yeah, we're still pushing up. It's a lot of bullish volume right now. So the 1 hour did close almost doji. There is H1 resistance created there, but the previous 1 hour is similar to a doji, right? So let's just wait. I'm not in any rush to take any trades here. I want to see if I'm to take a sell. I want to see M15 candle, strong candle close in my direction. Either M15 bearish engulfing candle or some sort of a pin bar to just see that price is now rejecting either this area if we don't break it, or if we do break and close above and get to 2650, then I want to see a close back inside to come down, right? So if we close above, then I want to see an immediate candle try to come back in, at least try to come back in. If I see an M15 candle come back in and close inside this light red area or inside this dark red box, inside the zone basically, that's a signal that we could be heading down. So we have to wait a minute and a half for this candle to close. Gonna wait for this candle to close and then for the next one, because I want to see what the next candle is going to go. Probably going to break the high and continue higher. But to sell, we have to see a candle close back inside to sell. Yeah, so this one broke here, this one broke here. It's pushing up. Okay. This could always be a pullback to create a bottom wick to head up, right? We're very bullish. There's a strong M15 candle close inside the zone. So we have to wait for an M15 to take a sell. As I said, I want to see an M15 candle close in my direction. So a bearish candle close in my direction to take a sell. Until then, I'm not doing anything. There's a lot of waiting to do. At about 13 minutes for this M30 candle to close. So let's see if we're creating support here to push up. Yeah, might have to wait longer for maybe another one or two M15 candles to close. Let's see. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Yeah, we've got to wait for the candle to close. Can't do anything until the candle doesn't close. Yeah, and to me, this is not a rejection. So we've tapped this area, we perfectly tapped this and dropped. That was a 37 pip drop, but still I need to see a candle close. This high 196, this high is 195. Yeah, it's got to see a candle close. 8.5 minutes. We're gonna wait for the candle to close. So nice drop from 264172. 64% straight drop. 63 pips. It's gonna wait though. 6 minutes more. Okay, a few minutes more for the candle to close. Let's see how this candle closes. I think it's going to create a wick here. Yeah, this 5 minutes is going to push up and create a wick. 30-minute is rejecting this area. The 1 hour has created resistance right here. 30 minutes should reject this area. 15-minute. Okay. Nine five three two nine. $74 150. 237. Six. Yeah. Okay. We're pushing bearish right now, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a sell right here if you do pull back. Stop loss above this light red area. So you should push, are we pushing further down to create a, to redraw this fib, or is that it? Closing below 2633. Yeah, we're trying to close. We're bearish, trying to close 2633. Okay. It's a pretty nice move there. 8800, almost 100 pip move from 2641.73. Okay. So if you do pull back, yeah, I want to see price try to come back here. Let's take a trade. It's too much. 11 modify. Yeah, I want to see price pull back. 37. We've broken the M15 low. So TP, first TP is somewhere here. That's 160 pips here, and then second TP down here. But we need to pull back. I want price to pull back to get me either here or here. Can't chase price here. If it doesn't pull back and if it just drops straight here, then it's no opportunity for me to get in on the sells. But I want to see price pull back here to come down here and then here. $79, 158. If it doesn't come here, at least at this area, then then it's no trade for me. Price just pushes down, then so be it. It needs to come at least here, a pullback for me to get in. I think it will. I think we are pushing up. Yeah, we are. Yeah. No bottom wick, so it should be heading down, but I'd like to see price come here. Should come. Let's come back here. 263.901. This weekly resistance might hold price down. Gonna take a sell here. Yeah, we'll take a sell here, right at weekly resistance. And if you get here, so be it. It's fine. I'll just move this to 263.835. 263.835. Okay. 80, 160. Yeah. Yeah. 614. Okay, it's 117 pips. If you drop here, and if you drop further down, then that's 185 pips. Okay, that's the trade, and stop loss above that, just above that light red area. The 1 is rejecting that area. We have 1 hour resistance, that's fine. M30 has rejected the area. M30 candle is close in 23 minutes. Okay, and no bottom wick here on this candle, so we should drop to that candle right there, and that's where I'll get out. Okay, it's gonna let this run. That's a trade for today. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Then I don't do anything else. That's a one trade for today, right? So we waited for price to touch the area, waited for a bearish candle close. We have a strong bearish candle close, but it is an inside bar candle though, so price can push back all the way up again. That's very possible because it's an inside bar candle. Price can push back all the way up, and then come down. Well, let's see. If you break this low, yeah, once we break this low, this candle low, we're good. We're coming straight down. We have to break this low. We came very close, but we didn't. We're pushing up. So price has to break this candle low. Once your price breaks this candle low, that was the liquidity grab to push up. This candle was grab liquidity and pushed up. So once we break this low, there's nothing to hold price after that. We're coming straight down here to this green area. And then we should come, this candle has no bottom wick, so it should come there. That's where TP1 is. But it has to break this low. So this low is 2629.35. So once we break this low, we're good to go. We're coming straight down. There should be a 70-80 pip drop straight down. Okay, all right. I'll be back in a bit. Let's let this trade run. I have an order up here if we do go up to get filled, but might not. Weekly resist. The reason I took this trade here and didn't wait for the pullback all the way up here is because we got weekly resistance right here, 2633. Right, that's 2633. So these areas can hold price and prevent them from heading further. Right, so you got to be watchful for those areas. So I've just entered just above 2633, anticipating price to push down. But this low has to break. This low right here, 262935. Once this low breaks, we're good to go. 262935. Yeah. Once this low breaks, we're good. Okay. Price needs to break. Price needs to break this candle low here. Once you break this low, we're good. We're good to come down. If it doesn't break the low and we continue to push up, then we're heading higher. But once it breaks the low, we should come down. "13 minutes for the 1 hour candle to close." We might trade like this. We might range here the next 12 minutes. And then maybe the next one, if this 1 hour closes bearish with a big top rejection wick, then the next one will break 262935. But if you break it now, perfect, then we're dropping. Yep, we did. Perfect. We're coming down. Here we go. The reason for that is why this candle in particular, because this was the candle that grabbed liquidity and pushed price up, right? Push price up 128 pips. So once you break that low, there is no more grabbing of liquidity. See, once you break it, we're breaking these lows easily, very easily. We're coming down. Once you break this, just clean space to the left. If you look at the 30-minute time frame, just clean space. Right? Broken below that low to push down. I'd like to see the 1 hour close bearish again for the next one to push down. But that could take time because we have another 11 minutes for the 1 hour candle to close. This is why I didn't want to wait for price to get higher because of weekly resistance. If there was no weekly level here, I would have waited for price to push up back to this light red area to take that trade. But when there's weekly resistance, a key area like that can easily hold price and not let it go further. This 5-minute candle should close bearish. It's a 150 pip move if you get there. Yeah, 150 pips. That's where I want to see price come to. Once price closes below, if you have a 15-minute candle close below 2622.5, then we should head to 2618.18, and that's a 150 pip drop from here for my entry all the way down here. Stop loss above this high here, should be coming down. But I want to see a 15-minute candle close. If you don't close above this, I mean, if you don't close below this, a 15-minute candle doesn't close. If you tap and reject, then I'm closing my trade. I'm not going to let it, because price can easily push back. Remember, this light green area, there's a reason why this area is light green, because it's a high liquidity zone, and there's a high liquidity candle right here, this candle right here. Okay, so got to be careful. So if you tap, reject, if you don't close below, 7 minutes more for the 50-minute candle close. If you don't close below 2622.5, then I'm closing my trade. Five minutes more. See how the candle closes. It's got over an hour for the 4-hour candle to close. It's plenty of time. Yeah, it's plenty of time. Three eight two. 382. Yeah, if you're rejecting that area, you gotta wait. Let's see if this is. Let's look at the 1 minute time frame. Nah, should come down. No bottom wick. Should come down and fill this wick. Should come to this light green area easily. But if you tap it and reject again, then I'm closing. Yeah, tap it and reject again, I'm closing. Because I don't want to hold. I don't want to let a winning trade turn into a losing trade or a break-even trade. That's a 92 pip drop. We should come and tap this light green area. We should break below this low. Once we break below it, I'm going to close my trade. Yeah, this is the pullback. Okay, 1 hour is closing bearish again. That's a good sign. It should continue to push down. 1 hour has rejected that area, but it's closing a doji. I would like to see a strong bearish candle close. But it's just rejecting that area and closing below weekly resistance. So it's and 30-minute resistance formed as well. So I'm going to hold this trade. I'm going to hold it. Let's see if we get back to 2624. Did we get to 2624? Yeah, we did. We got to 2624. Yeah, so 26. Let's see if we get back to 2624. It's very slow. There's nothing much happening. It's just inching its way down. But I'm going to hold this. Yeah, let's see if we can get back to this candle high. This candle right here. The high is 2623.8. If it comes back and touches it, then I'll get out. It's almost 100 pips. That's good enough. Let's get rid of this. This low should break. This low price should come below this. There's no bottom wick here. Should come below it. And it might reject after that. So this is a good area to get out. 260 150 is a good area to get out. Yeah, I'm going to watch the 1 minute time frame when we get to that area. 260 150, 2622 and 260 150. So 120, so 20 pips. Okay, how long have I been here? I'm gonna be here for another 9 minutes. I'll end the stream when the 15-minute candle closes. I'm gonna just keep my trade. I'm gonna hold my TP here. If you reject this area, then I'm gonna close my trade right here. I'll close it right here. Stop loss is above this candle right here. If it does come there, that's a 105, 110 pip trade. If you do get to 2621, 262150. If you don't, then if price goes up here, I'm going to close my trade. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. No more trading. It's very slow. The market made a massive move yesterday, over 1,000 pip move yesterday. So things are a bit slow today. That's expected. This was that move. Yikes. It's huge. And that was not just was it a massive move down, a strong selling move, it was a strong close below this weekly support level of 2633. So we tapped back to that 2633 and we're trying to push back down again. If you do, I mean, on the high time frame, if you do push back down, we should head to 2600. But I don't know if that'll happen today. Maybe that'll happen today or tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know how long that'll take to price to push another 250, 300 pips down. And then once 2600 is the next area, and then we have 2586, and then we have the daily demand level, right? And the reason this daily demand level should hold price is because this demand level took out this supply, right? It's the same thing even on the high time frames. This is a high liquidity zone right here. It's 350 pip zone, drop 2 basin candles and a rally, and this demand area, daily demand, took out that daily supply. You can see that move up taking out that daily supply. So that's the next area where price is going to drop to if you get through 2600 and 2586. That could take a while, maybe a day or two. Yeah, nothing's happening right now. We're just probably waiting for the 4-hour candle close. Yeah, probably waiting for the 4-hour candle close. 4-hour candle closes in about 50 minutes. That's a doji, the 1 hour. That's the reason why price is not pushing down very quickly. So when it's a doji, there is bearish volume and there is bullish volume. So we're pushing price up and we're pushing price down. So that's a doji. So that's why if it was a strong bearish close, that's what I was anticipating, a strong 1 hour bearish close. If it did, then that's more sellers than buyers, and the next candle is going to easily push through and fill that wick. But because it's a doji, we have an equal amount of buyers and an equal amount of sellers. So that's why we're struggling right here. And that's not a good sign when you're holding a trade when price is just not going towards your TP. Yeah, we're pushing up again. Okay, gonna, I'm gonna end the stream in 3 minutes. Okay. As I said, my stop loss is above here, above this candle, above 2642, and TP is 2618.18. And if you come further, then here, 2614. That's the final TP on this bearish move down. All right, couple of minutes more. Yeah, okay, nothing's happening. We're just ranging right now. We tapped this area, 5 minute, so 1 minute, no bottom wick there. We should eventually push down. There is no bottom wick, we should push down, but we might range until news. Got about 15 minutes to the NYSE open, so we might range for a bit. Yeah, that's the NY move down, and now we're ranging, and then maybe in the next 30 minutes or 45 minutes, we push down, we continue to go down. Okay, that's the end of the stream. I'll be back here tomorrow. Do the same analysis. We'll look at um, zones. We'll look at possible direction for price, look at our zones, look at H4 supply demand zones. I identify high liquidity zones, and then inside those high liquidity zones, identify high liquidity candles like we did today. And inside those high liquidity candles, identify entry prices, right? Like we identified today, 263, was it 2638 or 2639, and 2638.5 and 2641.7, and price tapped that area perfectly and dropped 180 pips, right? I've always said this: you can take a pending order here, but your stop loss has to be above that. Um, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just prefer waiting for M15 confirmation to take the trade. But sometimes when that happens, this happens. I get a bad entry, and also, price doesn't go much further. If you do take the pending orders, it is a lot more rewarding, because my stop loss would have been above that. That would have been about 34 pips, and that's a 180 pip drop, 175, 180 pip drop from that entry. Anyway, that's a 15-minute bullish candle close again, but we're still closing below 2633. Yeah, 30-minute has closed bearish, so the previous 30 minutes has closed bearish and created M30 resistance, so I'm going to leave the trade, okay, to come back down here. That's the whole idea. Okay, so the idea is still the same. The TP is here and the stop loss is above this candle. Okay, see you guys tomorrow.